Good morning to all of you students. I have unmuted all of you now. All of you are listening to me. Is my voice audible? Okay. So first of all, good morning to all of you. Uh, One chapter is still left in behind. That is a poem which name is The Snake Trying. This is also prescribed in your syllabus. So we will go through this chapter today. It is still left. Have I taught you this chapter? I don't think so. So today we shall enjoy this poem, which name is The Snake Trying. The Snake Trying. It has been written by W. W. E. Rose. W. W. E. Rose is the poet of this poem, The Snake Trying. First of all, I read the poem, then you will also read. I will select one or two students to read the poem. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin long body. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away, and now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. This is a very short poem but interesting poem. Now I would like to invite some of the students who will read. If anyone wants to read, he or she can raise his or her hands. One or two students, not many more. Uh, okay. If you have raised your hand, you can start. Kindly you start the poem. Yes, I have seen you have raised your hand. You may start now. Okay. Girls first, as you wish. Very good. Now, Komal, you also want to read the poem? Komal, you had already raised your hand. Do you want to read the poem? Okay, but on your video, kindly, you are requested here to on your video. Please do fast, don't waste time. Okay, you have disappeared, not on the screen. Good. Girls from section B. If any girl wants to read from section B, they are welcomed. Isika, would you like to read the poem? The snake trying. This is left in this beehive. The snake trying. Okay, for the time being, Pertheus, you have raised your hand. You can start on your video. On your video, please on your video and recite the poem. Okay, you may start now. Good. Now, anyone who wants Pertheus? Anyone more? Isika. Okay, you may start. Isika, on your video, and you may start. Recite the poem. Yes, Isika, you may start, better. Isika, are you listening to me? हाँ, थोड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था, फिर से जरा एक बार स्टार्ट कर लो. यस. Good. Anyone more who wants to read the recite the poem? Is anyone more? You are welcome. Simran Sinha. Simran, you have raised your hand. You can recite the poem. But first of all, on your video. Okay. Start. Start. Yes, yes, carry on. Carry on. Continue. Very good. Hers Kumar, you have also raised your hand. Hers, yes, you may start on your video and start now. Recite the poem. Good. Very good. Is anyone more who wants to recite the poem? No one? Okay. Well, so this is the poem, The Snake Trying. You will listen to me carefully. This is very interesting poem, and somewhere it is connected to human psychology also. This interesting poem has been written by W. Rose. Actually, most of us think about snakes that they are very fearful symbols. Actually, they are symbols of death. We think that these are poisonous and they can take our life if anyhow they bite us. But this is an amazing fact that most of the snakes are poisonless. We should not think that each and every snake is poisonous. Most of the snakes are poisonless. Only a few snakes are poisonous. But we think that a snake can harm us, a snake can bite us, a snake can kill us. And this is our psychology when we see any snake without knowing that it is poisonous or poisonless, we just want to kill it. One thing more here, whether the snake is poisonous or poisonless, but it doesn't hurt, it doesn't harm us unless and until we try to disturb them. If someone of us tries to disturb these snakes, then for their protection, they try to bite us. And the same message has been given here in the poem The Snake Trying by W. Rose. Let us see the poem and enjoy it. I have already told you the message of the poem. Now we will recite the poem and try to understand what the poem wants to tell us. The poet says the snake trying to escape the pursuing stick. Pursue means chase, पीछा करना. So here the scene which has been described with the help of imagery. Here this scene has been described with the help of imagery where the poet tells us that there is a snake that is trying to escape, अपने आप को बचाने की कोशिश कर. किससे? The pursuing stick. It means someone is behind the snake that has a stick in his hand and he wants to kill the snake. And this is the reason the snake is trying to escape. With sudden curvings of thin long body. Here the poet tells us about the feature of a snake. It has curvings of thin long body. How the snake is? The snake has thin long body and it is curving. Curving means zigzag, not straight. So you must have seen the walking style of a snake. It goes in zigzag manner. Then the poet says, how beautiful and graceful are his shapes. Here he appreciates the features of the snake. According to poet, this snake is graceful and his shape is also beautiful. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Stroke means attack. The snake knows that the person who is chasing him with the help of a stick or has a stick in his hand, he would kill and take his life. That is why he glides through the water. वो पानी में चला जाता है. क्यों चला जाता है? To protect itself from the stroke. From the stroke means from the attack. Oh, let him go over the water. Poet says here, उसको जाने दो. Over the water. पानी में उसको जाने दो, उसको तैरकर निकलने दो. Into the reeds to hide without hurt. Reeds. Reeds means a kind of weed. इसको हिंदी में हम लोग सरकंडा भी बोलते हैं. पानी के ऊपर जो आप देखते हो कुछ रीड्स निकले रहते हैं, कुछ प्लांट्स निकले रहते हैं, उसी को कहा जा रहा है. The poet says or requests here the person who is trying to kill the snake with the help of a stick to let him go into the reeds and let him hide. And please don't hurt this innocent snake. It is a small and green. He is harmless even to children. Again, he is trying to describe the snake. He says this snake is very small and it is green in color. And most important thing, this snake is harmless. Harmless means here it is not poisonous. It is poisonless. It is not harmful even to children. ये तो बच्चों के लिए भी नुकसानदेह नहीं है. And when it is poisonless, why you want to kill it? It is not going to hurt anyone. Even children are also safe. Then why do you want to kill it? Along the sand he lay until observed. This innocent snake lying himself on the sand. Sand means balu. बालू पे आराम से वो लेटा रहता है. And he doesn't say anything to anyone. He doesn't want to disturb anyone. It just lies and enjoy its life. Unless and until जब तक कि it is observed and chased. जब तक कि it is not disturbed by anyone else. जब तक कोई उसको डिस्टर्ब ना करे आइदर बाय ऑब्जर्विंग और चेसिंग, चाहे उसको आप किसी भी तरह से तंग करें तभी वहां से वो इधर उधर जाता है. अदरवाइज इट हैज नथिंग टू टेक टू ह्यूमंस. इट इज इनोसेंट but still someone wants to kill the snake that is poisonless. And now he vanishes in the ripples. As the snake is trying to escape, it vanishes into the ripples. Ripples means the current of water. वो पानी में चला गया और पानी में जो करंट ऑफ वाटर होता है जिसको रिपल्स बोलते हैं वहां जाकर वो गायब हो जाता है, डिसअपियर हो जाता है, वैनिश हो जाता है. कहाँ? एमंग द ग्रीन स्लीम रीड्स. तो पानी पे जो रीड्स हैं, रीड्स आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू अ काइंड ऑफ वीड. पानी के ऊपर जो थिक प्लांट होते हैं, स्टेम वाले प्लांट जो होते हैं उनमें कहीं जा करके वो छिप जाता है अपने आप को बचाने के लिए और इस तरह से उसकी जान बच जाती है. तो इन दिस शॉर्ट एंड इंटरेस्टिंग पोएम द पोएट वांट्स टू टेल अस दैट अ साइकोलॉजी वी हैव डेवलप्ड and that is snake is harmful for humans or human society. And this is the reason when we see any snake, without caring that it is poisonous or poisonless, it is harmful or harmless, we just want to kill it with any object either by stick or anything else. There are mainly two consequences of this situation. Either the snake escape from there or it is killed by us. How many consequences I told you? Two. The first maybe that it would escape from there, or the second one it would be killed. But how far is it right to kill an innocent snake? He is not going to harm you unless and until it is disturbed. The poet is giving here his logic that if any snake bites anyone, it means it was disturbed. Otherwise, it would not have bitten anyone. Otherwise, ये किसी को बाइट नहीं करता, लेकिन किसी ने उसको डिस्टर्ब किया है. In the line of the poem, you can see it has been written here. He lay until observed and chased. जब तक उसको डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया जाए वो आराम से वहीं पे पड़ा रहे. लेकिन जब आप डिस्टर्ब करते हैं तो the snake thinks that it is going to be attacked, and only for having the sense of protection it takes some steps. It doesn't have any enmity with any human. Most of the snakes are harmless even for children also. But when you try to disturb them, then these snakes take some steps, and that time they may be harmful for you. But if you don't disturb, these snakes will also not disturb you. So this is the message of the poem, the psychology which we have set in our mind. Seeing the snake just kill, it is not logical, it is not rational. They also have right, they are also creature on this earth, they are also the part of this world, they have also important role here, so they must not be treated like this. I hope all of you understood the message of the poem.